Hello, everybody. Reggie Time here with Simon. We've just finished laughing at the 4-7 suit we'd had from the previous video. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that first. It's a precursor to what happens the rest of this session. These hands were played 25 in a snap. And let's get on with it. Straight away, I know who this guy is. He's a Belarusian asshole. Um, yeah, it's like he's 14/12/6. He's trying to play a pro short stack strategy whilst only ever having the fucking value portion of the range. He's one of the biggest cunts in the pool. He's an absolute disease. He is a true stain on the game. And people who play in the 25 pool of snap, any chance you ever get to slow roll this cunt, do not refuse it. Because he doesn't deserve to play the fucking game. He's disgusting. He's despicable. He's an absolute asshole. Um, they,
I've
they,
got I've got a lot less hands on him, a lot less. I
they
mean,
make me want to puke these types of. They're very few and far between. This type of player.
I've got 10% of your hands, so I've basically got 300 hands on the guy, and I've got him 19, 16, 6. So that's good to know.
Yeah, he's just a massive. He's just a fucking asshole. I can't stand the cunt. He's from Belarus as well, which I try not to be too fucking Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson, but Belarus in general as a country, I don't think I'm very well aligned with it. Yeah, just fuck off, mate. Just fuck off. Anyways, that's why I prefer playing party to Triple Eight, because on party there aren't no fucking Belarusian arse-wipes, and there's a lot of other people from shithole countries on the in Eastern Europe who litter these pools. They're very few and far between on party. I think party's a better place to play, and you get far better rake back, and the game plays a bit faster, so you get more hands per hour. Anyways, never mind. Here we're in a situation where I think we probably want to squeeze, but I don't know what you think.
Uh, yeah, I do, but I don't. Yeah, I think I do. I don't think I do though, if that makes sense. I think I should, and I don't think I do, and I don't really like the call with the caller behind. So I'm not particularly in love with how I played this hand already.
I don't mind the flat, but I'm just looking at this and thinking this guy looks like he's going to be in the pool, one of the more special players.
Yeah,
This guy's just got an incredibly shit range because this guy's he has to know this unless he's like never seen him before. He has to know this guy's one of the weaker players in the pool. So therefore, when you're up against one of the weaker players in the pool, you want to be three betting them and try to isolate them more because you want to be the one getting the money. You want to be greedy against them and just like try and play more pots against them, try and shut other people out of playing pots with them. That's very important in these pools because there aren't many of these guys around. So when they are around, you need to really try and harvest them. So when he just calls out the small blind versus this guy, I think this range is just dead,
yeah,
just fucking stone dead. It can almost never continue versus squeeze.
yeah. No, I think this hand is a real fuck up of a hand, and I should. In reality, I think I should have squeezed here.
Yeah, this guy can definitely continue with a lot of like hands we're doing well against, and this guy because deny a lot of equity to his pocket sevens and shit like that he's clearly trying to flop a set with. So we don't squeeze. That's a fun flop. Uh, okay. Right. I've got my thoughts here. I want to hear yours first, though.
Um, I think I should just fold. I think.
Excuse me.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Well, we've got
I've
a
got
flush
this guy.
draw.
I don't like raising. If I
Mm-hmm.
flat here, he comes over the top. This guy here, I don't like that either. Um, I'm not sure what to do if I'm honest.
Well,
I think
what?
I think it is a call, but I don't. This guy here is, is very likely to come over the top.
How much equity do you think we have here?
Well, I think we've got good equity here. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Do you think we've got more than 31% equity?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna not have too much of a problem realizing it?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think yeah.
No, it's just a call, it isn't it?
Yeah.
Simple as that. It's just a call.
Which I think is what I do.
Yeah, I think this guy's range here personally is going to be pocket fives, pocket sixes, pocket sevens, pocket eights, pocket nines, and I think he's just donking because he's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Call, I like it. Raise. So now he's found out where his pocket pair is. Now this is interesting. Now This is interesting. Because he was the one I was most worried about having like a strong hand here. This
Mhm.
Phil at 26. It struck, you see these guys who got the 5% donk bet. So I just thought there he's in set territory. When he's not in set territory, he's got an overpace try to protect. Then this guy now decides, okay, I'm raising. Don't think we can't back raise over this, even though a big part of me wants to. Because like we just got decent equity here against pocket tens, pocket nines, pocket eights, all the types of hands that this guy might be like overplaying, like trying to protect them. Like it's similar to the ace deuce hand. We're probably doing okay equity wise against anything worse than tens, apart from sets.
Yeah.
Um, he can sometimes maybe. Can he ever have a worse draw? Could he ever have like 10-9 of hearts here? Probably. 10-8 of hearts, 8-7 of hearts, although that's a nice draw. That's a fucking nice draw. I guess he can also have some nut flush draws, though, which is the other side of that particular coin. I just try to weigh if I want to just run it now and jam, or if I want to just call. Problem with just calling is he's never checking the turn. Well, maybe he is, because his aggression does seem to drop off on the turn a bit. I think I just call. I
Yeah, and I think that's what I do, but I'm not
just
in love
call and
with
play
it.
a turn to
I,
think.
like I was considering a jam, but I didn't feel comfortable here.
No, I think we just like we only need 24% to call. I think I'd just play calls here and see turns. Check, check back. So we've got our free card, so that's
Yeah,
good. River King. So what's your thoughts now?
I think I just I mean you can do two things here. I think you can check call, you can bet small.
Yeah, I think I prefer blocking. The problem with like check call is that we're check calling because we're hoping he's going to bluff some missed draws.
Yeah.
But his missed draws are either hearts, which we block a little bit, or 7-8, which made a pair.
I think I would much prefer myself to block here. Um, I don't know if I do though. I think if I'm playing a hand now, and I know we talk about in game it's a bit different, but I think I much prefer anything like five to eight blinds maybe here.
I'm wondering if we can go even bigger than that.
Right.
Wondering. I hate the since watching all the Pete Clark stuff, I hate the idea of targeting certain hands. But I think he can have a lot of nines, tens, sevens, etc. here that might, if we just go half pot, slightly over half pot, might call. So I don't know which. I prefer betting. I
Yeah,
just don't
I,
know
I,
whether I
I totally
prefer
agree with you.
quarter pot, 1/3 pot, half pot. Don't suppose it matters. Anything, just bet. I think just
Because
bet, but
like
not
you
too
say, he
big.
can have some worse flush draws than us as well, can't he? And
Yeah,
yeah,
they're going to fold when we bet, but they're not guaranteed to bluff. He might just be one of them types that, oh, I've raised my equity on the flop. I've taken my free card. Now I've missed. Give up. There's loads of those people around in there. So I think you prefer bet, which we
which I
didn't.
don't do, which I think I should do.
We'll now bets that, and we just have the easiest call in history.
Yeah, can't fold.
And wow, he just checked the turn with 6-5. Sweet baby Jesus and the orphans. Yeah, he could and should have won a lot more money there, shouldn't he?
See, because also if I bet small there, he raises.
I don't think he does.
You don't think he does, no?
No. If he's checked back the turn, he's already bet 1/3 in the river. That tells me he doesn't value his hand very highly.
Hmm.
If he really liked his hand, he would have gone bigger. Kind
Yeah,
of how it works, isn't it? The more you like your hand, the bigger you bet. And it's certainly going to be the way it works in Fishland.
yeah,
So I think if we do block there, I think if we do fire a little 10% right in the river, I think he's like, oh, I think I got the best hand, but I don't want to get 3-bet call. That's what I think happens.
yeah. You probably.
Yeah, okay, it's a fun hand to look at. I'm looking forward to finding one we might win.
What,
Ooh,
what, what are they? I
spicy.
don't know what they are.
4 big blinds under the gun from someone with a 37, but starting with a 40 big blind stack. Don't know what I think about this. Well, I do. My internet's just screaming, fold, fold.
Yeah,
The guy's got no
I've got
money to
nothing on
win.
this guy at all. I've got the same stats you've got here, so
So
nothing.
we've got a complete unknown, and he's 4x under the gun, and he's started the pot with 40 big blinds. We're paying rake. I'm just folding pre because I'm a fucking filthy nit, but
Yeah,
never mind. Flop 2 pairs, happy days. Go for a check raise, I would imagine. Now, versus this size, and he's got an SPR now of 2 and a bit. What do you think?
yeah. I think I like a check raise here. I mean, yeah, I think I prefer check raise.
There's 2 lines available here. There's check jam now, or there's check jam turn, isn't there?
Yeah,
They're the
I
2
mean,
lines.
yeah, I'm not sure I jam, but I think I do raise.
I
But
just look at it because of the SPR. The SPR's now there's 13 in the pot.
yeah,
There's only 31 behind. We've got like so the SPR's like 2 and a bit, 2.5 maybe. I think an SPR 2.5. If we are going to check raise, I think all in's the only size.
yeah, yeah. No,
So
that's fair point. Yeah, yeah.
it's either
I
check
don't
jam
think.
now
Yeah, I don't
or
do that, but
risk a turn coming off, which isn't going to be a big deal. It doesn't even matter. The turn could be the 7 of clubs, and I'm still check jamming it.
yeah,
You know, because like the SPR's so low, this guy's probably a fucking moron. Yeah, I don't like the non-all limit. You may as well, if you're doing this, you may as well put him in.
yeah.
I mean,
No, that's fair.
it's a small point to be fair, because if he doesn't go all in now, we just shut our eyes and jam the turn anyway. Because there isn't a single turn card. We're not putting another 20 big blinds in with. There isn't one.
No,
The turn card doesn't exist. That stops us jamming for half pot here.
yeah.
Do we jam? He calls.
No, I didn't. Look, I left
Oh.
point naught because I'm a fucking idiot and can't add up. I left 0.08 big blinds on the table.
You know what's brilliant here? If he somehow rivers an 8 for pocket 8s, and then you don't get the EV or it, you look like you've got your money in with 0 equity, when actually you'd have got all the money in with like fucking whatever it is, 92% equity. Yeah, I'd be highly amused if Villain turns up with pocket 8s here. And tell you what, you have missed a trick on here. You missed a trick on fucking slow rolling, haven't you?
Yeah, true.
You can't slow roll some cunt when you bet.
No, that's true.
Grave error this. I'm willing to risk the 0.8 bigs to get the slow rolling. Yeah, whatever. The guy's just a moron. So why was that one in there? What was your?
No idea. I just thought I'd put a winning one in for
All right,
just.
You just thought he'd waste everyone's time. Thanks, Simon. Right, okay. Button opens. I don't know if I'm a hole in the wall. Have you got any more on him?
Let's have a look. Pocket 8s. He's on the button, isn't he? No, 11 hands, 20.
Right.
20. No.
Never mind then. Don't know him. Just calling here by default. Me. Don't know about you.
Yeah, I think so.
Top set. Happy days. I think we could probably have some leads here, but I think checking's probably the more commonly used line. Be interested to see how much solver, because we can run this one. Be interested to see how much solver does donk here with top set. I think I don't mind the idea of it personally.
Yeah, I think I fuck up here really.
But I think donk, check call, check. We could do what we want. We got top set. We do whatever the fuck we want. It's going to be hard for you to fuck this one up, mate.
Yeah, I think I should be.
Turn 6. Now we have a definite lead. Yep. Raise. Oh well. Call. Get there. Is that what you're thinking? Sorry, I'm talking too fast.
I think so. I think so, but yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I think 3-bet here would be an absolute
No.
punt.
I wouldn't be 3-betting here, definitely.
Call and check.
Bye.
Overbet. So he's basically saying, I've got a flush that didn't see bet the flop, which is possible. People check back flush draws. We've got a club. Don't know how relevant that's going to be. Again, I think generally speaking, if you folded every single time you got overbet in this game, unless you had the absolute nuts, I wouldn't have an issue with it. You're going to fold here, and I don't care,
Yeah, no.
basically. And I don't really care what theory says. I think every time you face a river overbet in microstakes poker, if you looked at your hand and you said, "Oh, I haven't got the nuts, I fold," you'd probably long term saving money. Even the second nuts, just fold it. I'm not saying you should fold the second nuts for the record. I'm just saying if your strategy versus river over was, I only ever play the nuts versus over on rivers. If that was your entire strategy and you executed it perfectly, would probably make more money than like trying to find some calls. Because again, very unlikely villain's bluffing here. But if he's a thinking player, he only needs the ace of clubs here to do it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He only needs the ace of clubs
I've
to
no
do it.
regs on this guy whatsoever. I didn't like the spot, so I folded. But I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, I suspect you're going to need to call this in theory.
Mm-hmm.
In practice, I don't know. So again, I'm going to take my teaching here. I'm going to take from what the solver says. If the solver says like the ace queen hand, folding's beyond doubt of the question, then it's still going to be beyond doubt of the question. If it's saying the EV of call here is like one big blind, then I'm going to be like, do what you fucking want, mate. But we'll let the solver tell us, inform our learning from this. Because again, I think generally speaking, this is a underbluff spot. But again, the natural bluff here is easy to find because it's just the ace of clubs.
Mm-hmm.
The ace of clubs is the natural bluff here. You could easily have an like ace queen off. We probe turn. He's like, oh, I've got the ace of clubs. I raise and I blast river. And you've seen like good players like Weasel. You'll see him doing it on the turn when he's just got like when he's someone I've seen do this, like not I'd say do it a lot, but does it at like reasonable frequency, where he's just like, well, I've got the ace of clubs, haven't I? So I'm just gonna like raise turn and rep it on the river.
Mm-hmm.
And other good players will do that too. We just don't know if this player's a good player or
Yeah,
not.
I don't have
But
anything on the guy, so I just chose to fold.
again, from my point of view, I know here if I had ace X with the ace of clubs, I would find this.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
So if we're
I
finding
could
it, we have to
definitely find
consider
that.
calling against it. I think that's where we come down on this. If the bluff is natural and easy to spot, then I think we probably should lean a bit more towards calling without sort of our better hands like this.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's the takeaway, but we'll see. Are we going to get the red triangle again? Inaccuracy, so it's not as much of a fuck up. Hang on, I watch look if there's any checks, any donks. There is some donks, but not many. Okay. I think if Solver New Pool did a lot of checking back, I think this number would come up a little bit.
Yeah.
Without question. If Solver knew how many weak hands Button was going to check back here, I think it would definitely increase its donking frequency. Turn, yeah, do what you fucking want on the turn, isn't it? It's literally do whatever the fuck you want, mate. What does it slightly favour? Just for, yeah, you got the slightly favoured size, although in terms of frequency, there's not that much difference.
No.
Raise, always calling. And River, it wants this little 10%er. It's creeping in there. I'm seeing people coaching it out now. I have no idea how to apply it correctly, so I'm just doing it in random spots when it feels like it can't be terrible, and it's fun. I do like doing it, but we don't go with the 10%er. We check. I don't really understand why it's wanting to 10% there after being raised on the turn. I don't get that. I'm not even going to look at the solve and try and figure it out because I'm not good at that. But interesting that that's what it wants most of the time. Yeah, it's just calling. But as we can see here, the EV this is nowhere near as egregious as the Ace Queen was in the previous video. That Ace Queen was a standard slam dunk must call.
Yeah.
This, in my opinion, if it's only making one big blind in theory, I think it's losing in practice without question. So therefore, I'm going to. Whereas on the ace queen hand in the previous video, I said, "Sorry, mate, I'm coming down with the solver on this one. You just have to call." Here, I'm coming down with you and saying, "Yeah, good fold," because if in theory land here, this is only making one big blind in this spot. In practice, it's not. It's without question, it's losing. Without question, it's losing versus population. So good fold, Squire. Assuming you did. Yes, you did. Happy days. And that's what I really like about this tool. It's how when I first started using the analyzer, I was like trying to use it um, to like devise new lines for myself. And I think that was a wrong. I think I was misapplying how to use it. I think it's much better to be like to learn like how to play your value a bit better,
Mm-hmm.
and then also just to assess how bad your overfolds are. And if you get a really bad overfold, then yeah, you got to think about it like that. That feels like it was an overfold, but it wasn't, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to use this tool. Like learn like better lines with value, and then just use it to assess how bad the call was. If that was say losing, if that call was making 10 bigs 100, then I would say, well, it's probably still making money versus population in like real terms. But as it was one big blind 100 it was making. Sorry, not one big blind in that spot it was making by calling that. And I think then probably if we're only making one big blind versus theory, then in practice we're not making one big blind. So therefore, I like the fold. Here we've got a slam dunk 3-bet versus one of these 33-22 moron types. We make it. Happy days. Get another cold call. So another one we can't review this over.
Sorry.
Another. No, no, doesn't matter. I'm not bothered. It's still good content. We still have good conversation around it. Um, feels like we've seen this hand before,
I
fella.
know.
Getting
It
a
is different.
remarkable sense of deja vu here. 5-3-6. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's 20% donk as well.
Yeah. So if this guy folds, I'm all in because this guy behind me, I don't care about him.
Yeah, and I think yeah, I fucked up here.
So if this guy continues, I'm deeply, deeply unhappy. If this guy folds, I'm jamming for value over this guy's fucking moronic donk bet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm all in now.
yeah,
There's literally no decision now.
yeah, and
I'm
I
just all in.
don't make that, and that's that. I thought you might say that.
We just beat value.
Yeah,
This guy's 40/11. We beat value. We beat draws. We're just all in, aren't we?
yeah,
Call, fold, turn, check. I mean, now we're all in again, but now we make it far harder to get called by pocket eights.
yeah,
But we're all, in my opinion, we're all in because draws might call, pocket eights might still call, and now we just call and whatever's going on, we're going on. We can't raise anymore. Just
right.
call and he's probably got plenty of 9-10 of spades in there. Probably got plenty of ace X. That was just like a gut shot. Maybe some
Yeah, I think
4x. We can never fold here.
he's put me in the bin here.
Oh man, he has put you right in the bin. You put yourself in the bin.
Yeah,
Just jam the
no, I
flop
should
and
have
stop
jammed.
being a fanny.
Yeah,
If you lose, you lose. Tough
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
It's just a good spot for you. The guy's gonna have flush draws that's worse than our hand that are probably gonna call. He's gonna have overpairs that are worse than jacks that are probably gonna call. Just jam the fucking flop. Once the 283 big blind villain gets out of the way, we're just all in
yeah,
because this guy we're ahead of his range.
yeah. I didn't think about it like that at all in hands. That's really useful.
Yeah. What you were doing here, you were like just like and I see it a lot, and I feel it myself. Don't get me wrong, I do feel it myself as well. Is that you kind of like, you don't really want, you're not in a big rush to play these big pots with what feels like marginal hands, but this isn't even close to marginal. This is just like we beat so much of his range. We're basically behind to the random 7-4 suited. 7-4 spades would be a good hand here again, wouldn't it?
Yes.
We're behind the random fucking nonsense like flop straights that they can have, and we're dead to them. But we're ahead of flush draws, we're ahead of over pairs, and the guy's a moron. Just stick the fucking money in and get on with it, fellas. Right, we have a bankroll.
Yeah.
We're here to gamble, and these are people we're here to gamble with. We're not here to gamble with these fucking stains and count ourselves as these fucking stains.
Yeah.
But these guys, we're just in there with them. Get in there, get it mixed up. This guy's got the fist pump, get nines in here.
Yeah, no, that's really, yeah, that's really given me some clarity on that because I played that terribly. You're right. When that 283 big blind stat gets out of the way, just jam the fucking thing in his face.
Yeah.
If I lose, I lose.
Yeah, exactly. If you lose, it's a good spot for your range. You're ahead of a lot of his stuff. The stuff you're behind to, you're almost dead to, sadly.
Hmm.
But you can. Why can't you have 5-6 or 5-3? Which you're a slight underdog against. It can do this. It can definitely have flush draws. It can definitely have over pairs.
Hmm.
Yeah, fuck it. Just pile the money in. Stop
Yeah,
being a fanny.
fair point. Well made.
Uh, 3 bets. Oh, we've gone to. Why have we got? Why have we all of a sudden ramped this up to 10 big blinds?
This was played. Yeah, I actually don't know. I think it's. Hang on, let me just check the player out
Yeah, I
because
was going to say check
I
Willem
think.
41 for me.
Yeah, this is just an exploit against the geezer, and this is just yeah, he's
What are his stats?
42, 33, 22.
Yeah, I like it then. I have no issue with this. No issue with this whatsoever as a pure exploit. He calls. Okay, but just get the money in time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Somehow get the money in time. Check. It's just a sizing issue now, isn't it? I think anything here, I don't really care. Just don't check.
No,
Really couldn't care less what size you got. I literally could not fucking care less if you go quarter pot or if you go full pot. I don't fucking care. Literally don't care. You go 1/3. He calls. Turn deuce, complete brick. Now we've got to think about sizing up to stack him. We've got an SPR now of just over 2. So we can just get it in with half, I think, can we? We go with another 35 big scores in here. That's going to put 70 in the put. Yeah, we can. We can just go
yeah,
half and get the
I
money in.
think I probably overdo this.
Oh, sorry, we can't go half. Sorry, we can go half, and then pot. So maybe just go like 2/3 and then jam river. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think I'd probably go overboard here.
Um, Again, yeah, I think you do because you're just making it a bit too easy
Hmm.
for a lot of his range here. Again, you want to be like trying to. You don't want to give him easy decisions.
Yeah,
Like if he's got pocket nines here, yeah, pre-flop he hasn't got an easy decision. Flop when you bet 1/3, he doesn't have an easy decision. Now he's got the easiest decision in the world. He just folds his nines.
yeah,
Whereas if you bet half pot here, he's got a way more annoying decision with hands like nines, and half pot doesn't prevent you shoving the river. And that's not to target nines in particular. I was just using nines as an example of like we want to make his underpairs a bit like frustrated and not know what to do. His underpairs know what to do here; they just fold.
yeah. No, that's a fair point. Yeah, I like that thinking of yeah.
So
I was just focused on getting the money in.
he goes all in. We have to call now, and I expect we're going to be good a decent amount, and then sometimes we're not going to be. But yeah, there's no brainer. Call. And he turned the deuce. Never
Yeah,
mind. That's just unfortunate.
yeah,
I mean, you're going to bet bigger on the flop there. This guy's still not folding. So I don't think it matters what you did there. You were always going broke. But I think the takeaway is that there's a couple of times now where you've gone big in spots where you didn't need to. Sometimes like you've got to go big because the pot's too small and you just want to go big to try and set stacks up. So you're not that worried about making some of the weaker parts of his range indifferent. But here I think we are. I think we want to make life difficult for pocket sevens, pocket nines, pocket tens. We want to like give them not quite the correct price, and then hope they make mistakes against that.
yeah. Okay.
Because underpairs just they're miserable in these spots. They should be overfolded, but they're not. In my experience, the amount of times that, and it's not a lot, of course, but the amount of times I'll just get called here by pocket sevens, and the river's a 7, and I'm pissed off when I lose because they've made a bad call on the turn. It happens enough of the time where people just like they should just check fold pocket tens here on the turn. They should probably start thinking about check folding pocket jacks on the turn, for example, and pocket queens on the turn. Um, so you need out use like when you're going to be able to just bet half pot here or even less than half pot and then make things like pocket jacks and pocket queens indifferent, then it's way too big to go over bet.
Yeah.
because you just make life way too comfortable for villain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pocket Jacks.
Yeah. Um, this is the same villain, by the way, I think.
Okay.
Now, yeah, I mean this won't take much reviewing. I don't actually know why it's here. To be fair, I'm thinking about it now.
So it's the same villain who we think's too aggro.
Yeah.
Are you willing to felt Jacks here?
Yeah.
Well, we're all in then, aren't we?
Yeah, which is what I do, and I just don't know if it's right or
No,
not.
of course it's not. I mean, the guy's playing. You've got to read the guy's way out of line, and
Yeah.
you've got a premium hand. Of course it's right. We're all in. And whatever. If he's got us beat, he's got us beat. Never mind.
Yeah. So it's I think that's I think we're at the end there now. We've rattled through those last few, maybe a little bit.
So this is the last hand, are we saying?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
No, it can't be. We've got two more, haven't we? Oh, I might be pressing the wrong buttons like a cunt. I have been. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Right, okay, well, thank you for that then, Squire.
That's
Short
right.
bit of extra time, but ironically, 31 minutes, which is football extra time.
Yeah.
Well, I've got you and talk about football. You're a bit Spursy Saturday, weren't you?
We didn't do enough to win, mate. That's for sure. I was there. I went to Wolves on Saturday. Probably the worst game we've played all season, but not surprising considering the personnel on the pitch. But just it was a very similar sort of Conte Mourinho type game where we took the lead early and just wanted to sit on it. And
that's not your current coach's style, is it?
no, he was furious about it. It's just like, no, this is not what we do. So yeah, I just think, we needed a second goal. Weren't clinical. We didn't create enough opportunities. It was Wolves were good value for that win. I won't lie.
Just keep Man United at the top four, will you? If you couldn't let United sneak in the top four, I'd be fucking raging. Right, anyways, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.